While playing Gmod, have you ever seen anything strange? Shadows in the corner of your peripheral, monstrosities in the darkroom. Felt like something was watching you behind your back. Of course you haven't. You're on a single-player server. It's just you. Despite what a lot of the community says, there's no freaky creatures after you unless you have an add-on to add them in. And there are a lot of said add-ons. Cryptids are very popular within Garry's mod. Just go to the subreddit and search strange or wrong with my Gmod, and you'll get hundreds upon hundreds of posts talking about scary shadow figures or creepy happenings. This is mostly due to the desolate and eerie nature that single player has. I mean, just look at this. There's this constant feeling that something's spying on you, lurking in the shadows. Countless popular myths and still ongoing ARGs have popped up over the years, expanding on this feeling. Many have gotten to be very iconic throughout the community. Unfortunately, though, as I said, these cryptids are just myths. Nothing's haunting GM Construct, there's nothing in the darkroom or the pond unless you put it there. Cryptids aren't real. But I can't really say that in confidence if I don't do my own research, right? I mean, what kind of self-respecting zero-sub YouTuber isn't going to put the time into looking for cryptids if it means possible content? I'm a brave guy. Kinda. Anyway, I'm going to be going over 7 Gmod cryptids, following all of the documentation to see if I can summon them or if they're just real in general. Most of these are, like, the really popular ones, but I threw in one that I found on my own, just to spice things up. Without further ado, let's start with everyone's favorite Russian meat monster. Ew.
You look like a cut of meat, are you?
Meaty is an odd fellow, to say the least. He's the product of a Russian creepypasta that got a bit more popular around 2018. The pasta, to what I can find at least, doesn't really give our boy a set appearance, so I guess he can look however you want him to look. Legend states that he's normally not that aggressive, but you can, quote, kill a series of NPCs in a specific order, and if you do everything correctly, you'll be able to see so-called shadows in the water in the pond. Once they appear, Meaty will become aggressive. Wow. Very informative. Thanks. Anywho, there's a ton of different opinions of what he does if he comes into contact with you. He can crash your game, he could just kill you, he could brick your PC, you know, normal creepy ARG stuff. Honestly, that's about all there is to him. Probably the easiest one to try and find, so let's get looking. Okay, so from what I've seen, because the actual wiki is really vague, I guess we'll say, is that I found a video by a Source Cryptid Hunter 2009 that kind of details how he summoned him. Basically, all you do is you go to this specific port on Construct, and you just spawn in, like, I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 citizens, and then you just pew, bang, wazoom. I don't know what kind of noise that was. Okay, but it's already not looking good because in his video there was a roar once he did that, and there was not a roar for me, so step 1 isn't looking too great. We go to sign 2 over here. There's no shadows in the lake that were promised. At least none that I can see. Maybe I'm just blind. Um, yeah, but there's no shadows in the lake. And finally, the last test is to go look at the dark room and see if he spawned in. Oh no. Guys, I'm so scared. Oh my god! It's Wallace Green! Holy shit! Wow. Yeah. But anyway, I was not. This was the one I was least expecting to work out of all of them. Mostly because, even in the community it's based from, in the Russian space, it's considered mostly a joke. Um, yeah, this was the one that was probably least likely to be real, but the other ones should be more plausible. I just wanted to kind of get this one out of the way. Sorry, Meaty. Okay. Um, moving on.
Oh shit! A rat!
If I'm being completely honest, the only reason I know about this one is because of Endy's iceberg video. YouTuber, by the way, I'll link him. But anyway, I don't usually play on roleplay maps or servers in general. It's just way too toxic for me. So many slurs. Um, I think the maps are cool though, especially this one. Bangclaw was originally made as a fairly well done alternative to Downtown V2. It's genuinely really good. It's got a tiny park, a mall, a rundown town, I guess, apartments galore, a courtroom, and my personal favorite, breakable windows. It's a nicely put together map, combined with the ambience of a bustling small town. That isn't all, though. Bangclaw has an underground system, an interconnected series of subway tunnels, sewers, and power systems that have a pretty dramatic tone shift when compared with the rest of the map. It's unnerving and dark. The ambience certainly doesn't help its case. It's an uncharacteristically spooky place that scared its player base into thinking that they saw something in the tunnels. Something terrifying, awful. No clear indication of what it looks like, but something's down there. And these claims can't be true. Just commenters being trolls, trying to get attention. I mean, and you literally decompile. Oh, you bastard. So, while I was editing this, I noticed that someone forgot to turn on their microphone before they began recording. So, to make this not just no commentary walkthrough, I'm going to have a voiceover be a dramatic retelling of sorts, I guess, of my genuine reactions while I was going through here. So, sorry for the inconvenience. Enjoy. Got a little canal here, I guess. Probably the least scary place down here. I gotta say, really, like, decrepit hallways down here. I guess that makes sense. I don't know how long this place is meant to be abandoned for. Whoa, that is a big drop. There's like, what's down there? Goddamn, here too. Why are there so many holes? Well, that was an elevator shaft, but still. Ooh, a tunnel. I knew it was some. I know it's some kind of rat. It has to be. What else could it be? I know that the Rat Man or whatever, which I'm not covering today, is supposed to be in the hotels thing, but like, what else is gonna be in a sewer system? Bro, why are there cars down here? Not gonna lie, I like really hate how well the atmosphere is done down here. It is genuinely terrifying for me. Although I guess it's not saying much considering I'm terrified of like everything. So, but yeah, it's really spooky down here. So I understand the commenter's point of view now. Fuck you with your dark alleyways and shit. Oh, a pond. This looks cozy, I guess. Uh, Fun to swim in, probably, if you ignore all the parasites that are probably in the still water. Um, well, whoever lives here, you have fun with that. No, no, stop. That's mean. Don't do that again. Shut up. What the hell did I just say? I hate that. Oh god, I really hate that. Alright, well, I've looked through the underground for like 15 minutes now, and I'm yet to see any creatures, or really, besides the ones in the lake. Um, those freaked me out though, so I'm gonna cut them out. I'll show a picture. Um, Even if there is no scary entity down there, the atmosphere is so freaking well done, man. It is genuinely scary. Like, I don't think I could have played that at night. But again, as I said, I'm a wimp, so um, scary things, like, I'm not a great judge on them. But yeah, the God, I don't think honestly that had any business being in a roleplay map. Because, man, that was freaking insane. So spooky. Anyway, um, moving on.
1,000? Yeah, what? 10,000! My PC!
700,000 megabytes? Excuse me? For some reference, that is larger than Baldur's Gate 3, GTA 6, and the entire goddamn multiverse. What could possibly be in this file that contains 700 gigs? Sorry, this is the one I said I found on my own, just sitting on the subreddit. Some now deleted account posted about a strange add-on that had no information surrounding it, placing stuff in the dark room. This intrigued me, but I was about to ignore it. I mean, shitposts get sent all the time, and add-ons do funky stuff they don't tell you about. But then, of course, I saw the freaking absurd file size. There has to be something here, right? Plus, it's tagged as an NPC, so it's implied that something is walking around interacting with the game. And, oh, look, it's tagged fun! Isn't that nice? All of that taken into account, there are no instructions. Nada. It's just uploaded with GM Publisher. Okay, and even if Ois Oisys O- Oisys, I think, is a cryptid, how in the hell am I meant to like summon it? Thinking about the size too, it's borderline moronic to subscribe to this. No one in their right mind is going to download this willingly, except me, because I want content. So let me go dust off a terabyte hard drive and let's explore. Alright, I am loaded into Construct with the add-on officially installed, much to my PC's dismay. And I'm just gonna run through a small checklist that I made of, like, common ways to summon cryptids or mysteries or whatever. And we're just gonna see if anything works. Now, the first thing on our list isn't really a way to, like, summon a cryptid, necessarily. It's just a way to show that this add-on isn't completely normal, I guess. And that is if we go to our NPC tab, there is nothing here relating to Oisys, despite it being tagged an NPC. So that's our sign that something's up, probably. And moving on to our second step, we're gonna take a page out of what we did for Meaty, and we're just gonna summon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens. Grab a little friend here, and just give them all a high five. They seem to have enjoyed it. So, nothing seemed to have happened immediately, but I will wait like 5 minutes just to, you know, make sure, be thorough, and I will cut back if anything happens. So, it's been like 4 or 5 minutes and nothing has happened. So, I'm gonna take that as confirmation that, killing doesn't really do anything. So, it's safe to X that off. And, okay. Our next step is to go over here to our friend, the dark room, where all the spooky things happen, and just light the thing up. I don't think there's anything in here. I'm sorry to say, so I think it's pretty safe to mark that one off our list. Now I need to find the fucking exit. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there is nothing in the dark room. So, sucks. But now we're just gonna check the pond, because that seems to be the second most common place for spooky things to happen. But as I've been saying this doesn't seem to be anything in here either. I hate to say it. Oh no. Could this be fake? Probably. So yeah, I'm sure it's safe to say that we're Xing off this one as well. And now, so that means we're going to move on to our final test, voice chat. Because, I don't know, maybe you can speak. Maybe? So let's just... Hello? Is there any spooky things in here? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna say that voice chat's out the question then. Alright, nice talking to you. So I hate to say it, I really do, but I think this one's gonna be a bust. Which sucks, because I was really looking forward to this. I wanted it to be true, because I put effort into this. I found it all on my own, by scrolling through Reddit. But I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Um, so I hate to say it, but I don't think Oisys is real. So, moving on. Ah, the classic. Everyone loves a shadow figure. Most commonly theorized to be dead players haunting the game, they are, in every definition of the word, inescapable. Spotted by Andre HZ1 in a 17-year-old video, goddamn, properly titled Gmod Ghost, these spooky guys became an icon in practically all spaces of Unsettling Garry's mod, but mostly ARGs. It was really cool and scary at first, I swear. Just people grow up and things become oversaturated and kinda silly. Yeah, shadow figures had a pretty big fall from grace. Their main downfall was that they became so common they lost all their novelty and, by relation, mystery. As more and more were cited, people kept getting more and more desensitized, and they lost all their fear in the unknown that they once had. As for their abilities, it depends, but most of the time they're pretty lackluster. Looking through their sightings, the most they seem to do is just stalk you. They follow you by teleporting and camouflaging, along with fucking with you by messing with props and entities, but that's about it. But who knows? With how much they've been seen, they could exist. I mean, who's to say that every single video and every single picture of a shadow figure is fake? It's not as if they have evidence that they aren't real. That's my job. Whatever, let's just do this. Alright, so we are in downtown V2 in the exact room that Andre spotted the shadow figure. And there's nothing over there right now. Maybe it's because I'm like, I don't know, like, maybe the window needs to be broken. Who knows? That could be it. So I'm not totally sure what to do to, like, make sure if it's real, to, like, make sure I see it. Because the whole point of shadow figures is they just, like, evidently they just stalk. What the fuck? Why is this locked? Whatever. Is that they just stalk you. So I guess I'm just gonna mess around for a little bit and just see if anything happens. So I will get back to you. Alright. What do I do? Like, what is there to do in an RP map besides with no people in it? That is a very small table. Why is everything so tiny? God, there. Bookshelf. Wonderful. Dresser. Beautiful. What? Don't go into the bookshelf, please. I appreciate that. Wonderful. Ow. Can. Are you kidding? Does nothing fit in the... Whatever. Ow. You know, I like to live a little messy, so... What the... What the fuck? Is that anything, or is that me? Whatever. Right. Oh yeah, well this is way too clean. This doesn't look like my place at all. Has some trash. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Gotta make sure I don't run out of milk. Okay, nice and restocked. Alright, so... yeah, that took a little bit. So far nothing's happened. So... I'm gonna go out and explore. Just a tad. I hope you guys like what I did with the place, by the way. I tried to make it, homey and lived in. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, just go ahead and explore. And I will get back to you guys if I see anything. So, see you then. Car sucks. Hmm. Alright, so I have explored a little bit, and nothing has happened, like, at all. I do like the map, though. It's kind of the same as Bangclaw, but Bangclaw was meant to be a recreation, not a recreation, a one-up or whatever. So it kind of makes sense why it would remind me of it. But other than the map being cool, I haven't discovered anything, really. Look down here. Nope. Okay, never. So, I hate to say it, but other than my really cool base or home and this really cool map, I think this was all for naught. Don't think there were any shadow figures on this one, guys. Although that sucks. So, moving on, I guess.
Good to see you. Gordon, you lousy motherfucker. Get your...
The best short way to describe Semper is like a big brother to the shadow figures. He doesn't do anything bad, he's just kinda there. He was first brought into light by Saberson, who posted a Steam guide simply telling people to spread the word. According to our friend, Semper takes the appearance of an untextured Gordon Freeman that was used as your player model in Half-Life 2. This correlates with his name translating to always in Latin because he's literally always been there. He evidently pops up in both multiplayer and single player, usually on classic maps like Construct or Flatgrass, running Sandbox. He doesn't seem malicious, as he chooses to watch you from a distance rather than scaring you outright. He even disappears if you look at him, at least on most occasions. His appearances are very rare, though. How convenient. I like to think myself a lucky person, though, so I'm still gonna try. Oh yeah, his abilities seem to just be teleportation. Well, not teleportation, really. He's just really good at disconnecting. And that's about it. Let's go. Alright, so I don't know how long that this section's gonna be, because there's gonna be a lot of waiting and a lot of cutting and speeding up, because Semper's supposed to be oh so rare, so I'm gonna do my best to see him, and the only way I can think to see him while he's rare is to, like, because he just occasionally pops up, right? So I guess I just have to wait. So I will cut if I get an idea of something fun to do while I wait, or if I just if something happens. So, I will see you later. Did you guys know you can, well, I'm not gonna ask that because you probably did, but do you know how to make a catapult? Because I watched a video recently that taught me how, and I think it's cool, so I'm gonna build one. So first, actually, I might just speed this part up. Hopefully that'll work better. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that is a lot better. Let's put a camera in there. Hold on, trust. Wow, I love seeing nothing. It's so fun. Alright. Yeah, I just thought that was cool. Hey, guys. What? How'd you get out? How'd you get out? Oh, God. Where are you going? Oh. Oh. What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna put you guys back in your cage. And just for funsies, I'll throw in a... Where is he? Yeah, I'll throw in bacteria too. Oh my god! I'm gonna... Yeah, get the hell out of here. I'm gonna catapult myself. What? Where'd you come from? Nice. Where did you come from? What the fuck? I didn't spawn you. You're a little late to the party, man. That was... Did I spawn him? Where... I thought I undid all the rolling giants. Whatever, that's weird. It's like a huge fucking domino effect. Bro. Oh my god, dude. Here, trust me, we're gonna do one of everything. You two are the lucky ones remaining. God, it sends him so fucking far. Wow, I have so many weapons. Man, I am this close to being done. I don't. My eyes hurt. I need to take a break from the game. It's been about. I don't fucking know. It's been like I've been AFK a lot, but still, it's whatever. It's maybe even 2 hours. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and safely say that I don't think Semper's real. Well, yeah, I don't think he haunts servers or anything like that. He is a Half-Life player model, but I don't think he like he's paranormal. So, sorry to say, but I, oh my god, but I think this one's busted as well. Huge spoiler alert for the Gmod stream, so go watch it. I swear, like, I'm not going into detail, but this is pretty big spoilers. So if you aren't going to watch it, then skip to the next chapter. Alright. Well, if everyone's gone, this one's one of my favorites. The Redman. I know his name doesn't sound too intimidating along with his appearance, but don't judge a guy by his color. The devil's in the powers of this man. First brought into the limelight in a narrative sense during Marcy's aptly named stream, the Gmod stream. I won't be going over details, of course, but there's a great video by Tedderate about it. Or just watch the thing. Anyway, the guy comes with a fun little story to get a better idea of who he is. I would read the full thing, but I don't want to make the video longer than it's already going to be. So, essentially, it recounts the story of a stranger who encountered a weird bright red player model while playing Gmod with their online friends. After a bit of panicking and alt-F4ing, they kept seeing it, but in different forms of media. YouTube thumbnails, GIFs, tweets, any form of online stuff. They find that it really brings their friend group together, strangely enough. Especially their friend Crystal, who's been really coming out of her shell. Our protagonist thinks that the joke's run its course, but their friends keep posting sightings. They find more people who've encountered the Red Man. They feel validated. All the people being brought together by this one entity. But people are going missing. Crystal isn't responding to any DMs. Her status is a weird mess of periods. It's been forever, but despite our lapse in communication, this whole mess has made me feel closer to her than ever. I know I'm going to meet her soon. The red glow from my monitor must be a sign that she's reaching out from beyond the void, radiating an incomprehensible, indescribable warmth that I can't help but crave. I can almost hear her sweet hymns caroling through my headphones, and I want to listen. Sounds fun. So, from what we can understand from this guy seems to take friend groups, specifically online ones, and assimilate them one by one into a kind of hive mind where they'll be together forever. How nice. But the tricky thing about him is that he's not tied to Garry's mod. He can be anywhere. So, this may be difficult to do alone. Lucky for me, though, I'm not alone, as I have some lovely friends that would just love to help me for a video. Oh. Okay. Alright, so I may not have friends, but I do have good news. And that good news is that this thing actually has instructions to summon it. I know. Freaking crazy, dude. It seems the instructions like change between like what games or media it's in. Like in Minecraft, she like just put a bunch of like redstone blocks and that kind of got it there. But we're not in Minecraft, are we? So I'm just gonna do what she did for Gmod in the third half, and I'm gonna just copy the ritual and see if something happens. So it starts in the secret room, and the first step, to what I can see, is to grab 5 jugs and put them in a kind of like pentagon pattern. And do a fancy word, never works. And that's too close, I think. That works. And not an emitter. What am I doing? And that works, I think. Beautiful. And then we grab our paint with blood, already pre-selected. How thoughtful. And I think then we just go across and down. So just to double check, I did ba, 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 ba. So that covers all our bases. And In the emitter, she uses an effect called, I believe, Dark Star 999. I don't think that's in Gmod. Now, I could be wrong. Like, I don't think it's in vanilla. Very sadly. So I'm just gonna use something that, like, I think is kind of similar to what hers looks like. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, never mind. Nope, I'll ignore all of that. Oh my god! Alright, I think that works. I'm an idiot. It just... It just says who placed the... Alright. Well, the final step is just to place some mood lighting down. I think that's enough. And then just leave the room. Oh my god, that is red. So after she does the ritual and everything, she kind of just doesn't go back in the secret room. So I don't know, even though that's the first place it appeared, so I don't know if I'm supposed to go in there after waiting a bit, or it's just something, it's just gonna pop up and appear, or like I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait like 10-20 minutes, see what happens, and I will get back to you if anything interesting occurs. Yeah, so it's been about like 20, maybe 25 minutes. I don't know. I really need to do better about keeping timers. But yeah, so far nothing has happened outside, so let's go ahead and check the secret room. Nope. There be nothing here. It's not looking good. Let's check our good old friend, the dark room. Or the red room now, I guess. Oh, god damn it. You know, it was kind of... Part of me was obviously, like, saying, obviously, no, that's not gonna work. But, you know, it's a really cool thing, so, like, I was still kind of hoping it would, like, he would be there, just staring at me, freeze my game or whatever. Man, I want to be in a hive mind. But it was not to be. So, again, I always say, I've been saying this whole time, but I really hate to say it. I don't think the Redman, I don't think he's real, which is very unfortunate. Moving on.
I am a fucking architect. God damn it, I'm just stuck selling.
Let's end off with a fun one, yeah? Nestor is a cool-ass map. It's procedurally generated, which means that rooms are created as you open doors. It's a different experience every time. Much like Bangclaw, I didn't hear about this until I heard about its cryptid. A, of course now deleted, discussion on Nestor's workshop page details a G-Man apparition, much alike to the popular Wario apparition over in SM64's community. However, this one doesn't drive you insane or anything, just crashes your game. Link to the page was this. I know, I know, but for all we know, there could be a spooky G-Man head that the math author planted in there somewhere to get a few good spooks out of people, and lucky for you, there's disposable people like me to find out if that theory is true. So, let's get on with it. Alright, so, we're in Nestor, and, sorry, I'm turning my volume down. So we're in Nestor, and I just want to show what I mean by, like, procedurally generated real quick. So there's a door here, but if we peek outside, there's nothing there. But It's sick, right? I mean, that's awesome. But anyway, this should be a pretty easy tell whether it's fake or not. Because, I mean, once we find the room in the photo, even without the G-Man head, if there's no fog, then I'd say that's pretty solid evidence that it's fake. Let's go down. Never mind. Oh. Well, it could still be a thing. It could. It's just maybe you gotta go through a lot more rooms first. Maybe that's just the room they found it in. Then it can spawn anywhere. So let's just go through more rooms and see if we can find it. Well, we've reached another one of the same hallway. So let's moment of truth. And hate to say it, but no. Yeah, so we keep on moving, I guess. Oh. Well, isn't this a fun room? I need you for something. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Moving up. Never mind. Moving on this way. Oh, wait, this might be the same exact hallway. Nope, nothing. Whoa, 2 trash compactors? I must be dreaming. Nope. Ow. I think we're on hallway number 6 now? The 7? You know, I think there's a point you get to where you're pretty much being asked to stop, if you can tell by my frames. So this is our 10th presumed hallway. Moment of truth. If it's not here, I'm just gonna say it's gone. It's not. It doesn't exist. Oh, shit. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think it maybe was time to quit. But yeah, I was not expecting in any way for this thing to be real. I just wanted something fun and lighthearted to end off the video. I mean, look at this dude, isn't he silly? Okay, hi. Thanks for making it through my first video. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what to say here. If you liked it, like it, subscribe if you wanna, I don't know. I procrastinated a lot on this, but I'm proud of myself for actually finishing something and releasing it. Oh, if you happen to be one of the creators of like a meme or something and want to be credited, if I forgot to credit you, my bad. Please reach out to me. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you stick around till next time. Okay, bye.